Podcast, episode 34 for August 29th, 2016. Hello guys, welcome back. This is another Turbo edition, as you can see, so we're just going to jump right into the news. Jump right in. The first thing I want to bring up here is that Steam is issuing No Man's Sky refunds, even if you've played for over 70 hours. Basically what happened was, a post went up on Reddit, of all places, shocking. That people were basically getting refunds for even a couple of hours or a few hours or lots of hours of playing No Man's Sky and still got a refund afterwards. Now, the crazy little bits and bobs on this, I'm going to read off for you, is basically, well, many people on Reddit are noting flaws with No Man's Sky regarding the gameplay, the multiplayer, all the other issues it may be having. The fact of the matter, this is just basically a refund party. Doing it because they can. There are people who have spent as much as 70 hours on the game and still got a refund for it. Estimated numbers look like upwards of 25,000? 25,000 people? High numbers for people returning. There's actually a notable drop in returns, basically, of people playing the game. So that's interesting. It was that much. I'd have to vet that. I didn't vet the details, but that's what I've been told. So, good lord. Judging by recent comments, however, it looks like it has been kind of shut down, and Steam has put the kibosh on things. But that's kind of sad. I mean, yeah, No Man's Sky has issues, but we do mass refunds like this. Especially after you've played for so many hours. I gotta be honest with you. Yeah, doing it just to see if you can do it is one thing, but still doing it to do it, especially if you put that much time into it, that's kind of a dick move. And you've gotten your play out of it, and you're getting your money back for it, and you're kind of screwing the creator for it. And regardless of how bad or good the game is, if you put that many hours in, you've effectively gotten time out of it. So that's kind of BS in my book. Hey, listen, other news. PlayStation subscriptions are going to be going up September 22nd. This is of the PlayStation Plus service. Now, to be clear, this is the first time that there's been an increase in the U.S. or Canada since 2010. For people who play month by month, which is $9.99, there's no change. So if you're going month to month, then there's no change in cost. Of course, then again, you're not getting the best deal. So there you go. People who play for 3 months time, that's going to go up to $24.99 from $17.99. So that's a $7 increase. And for people who pay annually for 12 months, it's going to go up to $59.99 from $49.99. So that's a $10 increase. So yeah, the longer the term is, the more you're paying, or the more the increase was, but you're still paying less in the long run. So still better off to, jump on a multi-month plan. Just, think about that. Other news. This is in the science category. New Earth-like exoplanet could be discovery of the century. So this is kind of old news, new news in a sense. So to give you the background, the next closest star to us is Proxima Centauri, not Alpha Centauri. I thought it was Alpha Centauri, but I was wrong. Proxima Centauri is a red dwarf star that has a planet that is, I think, a little over twice the size, or 2.5 times the size of Earth. It's a rocky planet. It circles much closer to its star, but because the star is a red dwarf, it's a much cooler star. So this puts this planet within the Goldilocks zone. Now, this planet was discovered in 2009, but they've officially released a paper stating we are now basically affirming this. We've checked it, we've vetted it, and we're confirming that there is in fact an exoplanet that could support liquid water, that could support life, basically. And it is literally the next closest star system to us. Now, that said, we're talking about 4.25 light years away. So yeah, it's not exactly a stone's throw, but that actually says a lot for the whole aspect of how universes are. The very next star system to us has a planet that could theoretically be inhabitable in some fashion or another, if not by us, then by some other alien life. So that'll be interesting. There's going to be a lot more study on it. As of right now, we can't get direct imagery of it. We know it's there by studying basically the Doppler effect of a star. You actually see a star dimming and coming back, and through that type of monitoring of the star itself, they can actually deduce that there's a planet circling it, what the orbit is like, which, by the way, the orbit of it is like a month for a year or something silly like that. So it's very different than planet. Yeah, so there you go. I find this, I love science stuff, and I find it very fascinating. I just like to throw some science in there now and then. On the media front, I'm not really sure who this would work for, but hey, there's a $800 Lord of the Ring and Hobbit box set you can buy. This set has 30 separate discs, including Blu-ray cuts, an extra 70 hours worth of content, behind the scenes, interviews, etc. I did find it for around the $600 mark. Reduced cost, but still $600. Baller. There better be some damn good stuff in there, and leather-bound books or something, because damn, seriously, peoples, if you know anybody out there that actually like pines over this kind of stuff, or hell, if anybody owns this, or if you're planning to buy it, just leave a comment down below. I'd be curious to know, because I find that kind of just over the top. So they're a little more in my realm for cost, and you all are going to laugh at me for this. I'm just going to say that for right now. Unbox unveils the latest design for a Xbox onesie. Now, people are like, what? I am not an Xbox fan. Couldn't give a crap less about consoles in general, but hey. But the onesie itself, with the pockets and the hoodie and the pocket on the shoulder and everything else, it just looks like a goddamn comfy onesie. And I love onesies. They're super comfy, and where I live, my house is wood fire heated, so a lot of times in the morning, fire hasn't been made yet, the house is stone cold. Onesies are wonderful to have, and it looks so cush. So there's my pick for winter and Christmas. So hey, if anybody wants to throw some money my way or a gift, you guys give me an Xbox onesie, I'd be okay with that. Anyways, guys, I want to bring up a few things here. Again, a reminder, this is a turbo episode, as will the next few episodes at least. And this is because I've got a lot of things on my plate right now. I'm doing renovation in my place. I just don't have the time to devote to a lot of research, study, planning, editing, etc. So I'm trying to do this as fast as I can. And unfortunately, even my timeline is getting screwed up, as you know. As you can see here, this one's coming out late as a result of it. That said, I do have some possibly exciting news coming up in the near future regarding the future of the podcast. Good news, I hope. I'm not going to say too much right now just because I need to look into it further and flesh things out. But my hope is that I will be having some help coming on board. So that would be really awesome. But I do want to remind you guys that the podcast does need more people. We're getting to a point now where I would like to be able to expand the podcast and grow a little bit. I know we're not a big podcast. I know we're not, raking in followers by the hundreds of thousands, anything like that. But we have a lot of fun with it. And I'd love to bring more content to you, as well as just a little more polished. I need to learn how to do things better, and the best way to do it is bring people in that may know a little bit about this, can help me learn, as well as help me flesh out ideas so we can do more. Maybe in the future we'll do something more than just a weekly news podcast. We might have other special affairs. I don't know. But as it is right now, we're at a point where having a one-man show doesn't work anymore. I can't keep up with this. And times like this, when I'm doing this renovation, and I'm not available basically to do this, then the podcast just kind of falls on its face. So having additional staff to help out will be a very welcome thing. So I'm hoping I have good hopes for the near future here once I talk to some people to start helping out. But basically, lots of things coming. This also goes double for the BRG group as a whole. The group as a whole, we've hit another one of our, I would say, plateaus, if you will, where we've got a wonderful, healthy group of people coming together and joining the site, or joining the group and wanting to be a part of BRG, which is fantastic. The problem is we're understaffed. We need more people to help us with the day-to-day stuff, and a lot of it can be anything from being a social specialist, things like monitoring a Twitter account and Votable and so on, to an event planner, to just being a C-level person, so to speak, helping out with making decisions and whatnot. We need these kind of people. So if you are looking to do something, to volunteer, to have fun, to learn from, if you want to be part of a really good community that has really good people, I highly encourage you to stop by and check us out and say hi and see if you'd be interested in helping out. We'd love to have you. So that said, please check us out. Also, of course, as always, make sure you check out our website or our YouTube channel. We have our usual podcast coming out, as well as other things such as the weekly rundown, unboxings, and again, hopefully more in the future. So we have a lot of things we're doing. You find us in all kinds of places, including on Twitter, on Votable. We even have a Twitch live stream that we do now and then. Most importantly, we do have a Patreon account, and we'd love to get assistance from you guys on the Patreon account. If you have a few dollars you can spend, please feel free to toss it our way. We'll try and make good with getting it back out to the community that we serve. And again, 100% of what goes into this goes right back out to the community in the form of things like unboxings or helping people out or hosting events of different sorts. And that'd be a huge help. Please bear in mind too that helping BRG out goes a lot further than just monetary help. As I said, there are volunteer positions you can take up. Even doing something like helping us out with aggregating news for the podcast or things like that. A lot of options. So please check us out and help us out. All right, guys, that's all for now. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. Bye.